Have you been wanting to spend more time with the loved ones, maybe even the in-laws? If that sounds like you, I got your RV. For over 20 years, the Jayco Jay Flight travel trailers have been the #1 selling travel trailer brand in America, and it's for good reason. From the quality construction, the layouts, all the features, plus not to mention some of their best warranties you're going to find in industries, this is a good first RV for that family that wants to spend time together and is okay pretty much being on top of each other with not separation of space. Not my thing, if I'm being honest, but I can definitely see where if you need to sleep 8, maybe 10, especially if they're smaller, this is your RV. It's a great slideless bunk model that's going to give you everything you need for that first camping trip. We're actually going to start right back here in the rear camp corner. Now, you got double over double bunks. And the thing that I like about Jayco's construction is sometimes you got to think double. They do double everything. Most bunks have a 300-pound capacity. Jayco's have a 600-pound capacity. So with 600 pounds capacity on the top and the bottom, that should be enough for 2 full-grown adults. The only thing that kind of made me go, was with the layout, and I'm going to get to that once we get to the kitchen, where's everybody going to be when they're not sleeping? Now, obviously, if you're active and you're out and about, you're going to the lake, you're going to the beach, the mountains, whatever, you don't have to worry about it. But if it's a rainy day and everybody's in here, you might get a little crazy. But I love how they gave me some storage space underneath. I got lights, I got window and power down here. Pretty much everything I need for just camping. And they even moved the sink from the bathroom. If somebody's taking a shower using the bathroom, I need to wash my hands, brush my teeth. I got the space to do it. Decorative towel holder. I got my mirrored medicine cabinet right here. Some storage underneath. GFCI outlet. And right beside me is going to be my extremely well-lit bathroom. I like how I got both the little vent right here and the skylight. This is pretty bright. But how cramped is it? All right, so I'm 6'2", 220 pounds. Let me see. With the door shut, I'm not touching the door. I'm not really touching the shower curtain. So for space-wise, not too bad. Paper towel holder here. I got my 60K BTU tankless water heater right here. And look at my shower surround. Now, my corner notches for my soap, my shampoos. I got the decorative matte black for my shower handles. I even have a little bit of a lip on my surround down at the bottom, so hopefully that'll help with the water spilling over. But they curved the shower curtain holder so that you would have more space up here to kind of move around. You wouldn't feel as cramped. Because remember, this coach is under 30 feet. And when you're under 30 feet and you're looking at, well, I mean, gross vehicle weight, this one's, a little more than 6,000 pounds. But 4,800 pounds dry, that's pretty good weights and sizes, especially given the fact they got things like the Magnum truss roofing, they got galvanized wells. That's pretty sweet. But let me show you where I'm having some issues. And by issues, I don't mean anything's bad. I just mean I need your help. So I'm not used to being on top of my family. We were never like that. We liked our separation of space. I love them. We get along great. But this area here with the flow and even with it being slideless, I still feel like if I need to go to the 12-volt fridge right here, which is 8 cubic feet with the acrylic front, if I need to get in here, I still feel like somebody can get by me. If I'm cooking on my 3-burner cooktop with my 16-inch oven and my glass cover, I feel like somebody can still get by me and get to the bathroom without knocking me out of the way. They gave me pressed surface countertops. They gave me a split 50-50 undermounted sink with a high-rise faucet, oversized window, which is very nice. Usually you only get like the 12 or the 18-inch, so seeing that is very nice. And my cabinets, decorative. I like the white, the kind of, shaker look that they have with the matte black pulls. My flat front microwave. The storage I have underneath, my 75-pound drawers. Wow, that is a full extension on that drawer guide there. That's because the bottom ones are longer because they had to cut them short because the sink is mounted up here. So these two will be a little bit smaller, and you got a good spot for, whatever you need, maybe to clean the sink. But to be able to put an actual 4-seater dinette in a slideless coach, this was a nice touch. I just need to know from you, is this going to be too cramped for 8 people? If you're like, Chris, no, man, we've been in a tent, we've been in a truck, this is great. Then this is your first RV. This is a great way, especially not breaking the bank, to dip your toe in the water and go out and see what it's like to actually camp. Is this going to be what you want? Do you need something bigger? Is this too big? I love how they price these and make these so that you're not really losing any skin off your back. Because look, I still get entertainment, Thanks. I got my HDI cable here, 12 volt. If you got the 12 volt TV, still got, the 110. I got the IRB Technologies AM/FM command center, and it is Bluetooth. Plus, it's dual zone, so I can play the music in and out. Then, to make it look residential, they gave me frosted glass in my cabinets up above my booth dinette. And just take a look at that window. If the kids are out there playing, or if you're at the beach, the sun's coming up, the sun's going down, whatever, that's going to be a great view. My table has rounded edges, so that's going to make it a little bit easier to get in and out of. My cushions are overstuffed, and I got storage underneath on both sides. So all in all, like this space. Even got a little storage spot under my fridge. This is where I was like, what do I do? So I got the Jackknife Sofa, which, by the way, when you pull that out, you got a little storage space underneath. I've always said you can sleep one on a Jackknife Sofa. But if you spoon and you got, two kind of smaller people or even kids, you can easily fit two on here. And this is pretty comfortable too. The cushions are a little bit thicker than I feel like they were last year, but this is where I had the problem. So put this back into the seat mode where I got my cup holders. And what if I'm sitting here? Is this the timeout seat? I think it is. I still got a USB charging so I can sit here and play on my tablet. Yeah, and I got my own window for cross breeze and stuff. Or I could just, head on. You can't catch me. You ain't gonna catch me if I'm running. But I kind of feel like this space really isn't going to be utilized unless it's for the kid. Now, I could see where you could have like the crayons, the coloring books, maybe the games for the kids sitting here, maybe the lunch snack. You got the bigger kids eating over there, maybe the little kid eating here. So I could see that being functional. But as an adult, I'm not really cramped. Now, I got the 13.5 BTU AC up top. Now, some of them will have the option for the 15K on there, but this is the Coleman Mach, so it's very nice. You got your filter right there. It's got the dumps, and it's ducted. So that's a very nice, especially when you're talking about RVs in this price point. But the separation of space between the bunk area, the dining area, the kitchen, and the bedroom is really where I'd have to be like, no, it's not me. I love my separation of space. Even though I have the privacy curtain, which is very nice. Don't get me wrong. I still feel like I need some type of dampening for noise. I got my TV backer right here for my TV. I got my queen size bed with the fitted sheet and the strut supported storage underneath. But take a look. Oh, wow, that's some strong struts. Take a look at what they did here. This I'm a big fan of. Because if you're going to sit up and read at night, or if you're going to, just sit up and talk with the loved ones or watch TV, you got a spot there and a spot there. Having a shelf so low, like most RVs in this class have, makes this impossible. So granted, I don't have it up above my head, but I got my reading lights. I got the storage shelf higher up, which is still nice so I can utilize it, but they gave me mirrored wards on both sides where my ward bar is moved up, which means it's not down here like in most RVs, crumpling the bottom of your clothes. Absolutely love that. And you're also wired for solar. So if you want to take this bad boy off the grid, get some lithiums on it, pretty sweet setup. So I see a ton of pros for people that love being together and spending time together. Maybe that makes me a Scrooge because I consider that a negative. Hey, my sisters, I love you. So, no, I do love my family. But for me, I just like my space. And this is where you'll come to check all your tanks, your gray, your black, your fresh, as well as your battery. And your tanks for this one, very nice sizes. You got a 52-gallon fresh. Some of the West Coast models have even bigger fresh tanks, but 52, 39, and then 39. That's your gray and your black. For a coach this size, not even 30 feet, those are awesome tank sizes. So for your first RV, as long as you're okay with the space, this one is checking all the boxes. And when you walk on the outside of your all-new Jayco Jay Flight SLX 260BH, 29 feet, 5 inches, 4,800 pounds dry, roughly 6,500 pounds gross. I think I said 6,000 on the interior, but it's 6,500 dry because your cargo carrying capacity is 1,700 pounds. But you're going to have some very nice camp conveniences. For example, in this price class, Having a powered tongue jack with LED light switch, very nice. You got your twin 20-pound LP tanks right in front of your battery rails, all seated on that powder-coated frame, which is extremely sturdy and going to give you good support for this coach. They also gave you a diamond-plated rock guard on the bottom, which is going to help as you're driving and you're getting those rocks flying up, the debris. It's not going to damage your coach. You also got that Magnum truss roof. Love what they did with the graphics. I just always thought that this looked good. And one thing I wanted to show, I'm going to show you the storage from the other side, but take a look at this beautiful white door. You notice how the hinge is covered? That's a nice touch because that hinge is metal. Most coaches in this class are going to just have that metal exposed to the elements, meaning you're going to have red rust streaks going down your luggage door. Very nice touch that they covered that up. I got my front stabilizer jacks right here. G20 tint on my windows, and this right here is something that if you're looking for a coach that's going to give you good peace of mind, having the 2-year limited plus the 3-year structural warranty is some of the best you're going to find in the industry. So when you're doing your shopping and you're doing your research, that is a very nice plus to have. I got my 16-foot awning, solid steps that lead me into my entry door here. Wish it was friction hinge, but I got the grab handle, which is oversized. It's also going to give me some protection while the door is going down the road. And your window right here is also thin shade ready. So this space right here, there's a little open area. I don't know if you can see my hand, but you can actually put a thin shade in here to give you not only more privacy, but more light dampening if that G20 tint is not enough for you. Steel axles on this double axle RV, with the tires are nitro filled. Plus you have galvanized wells. Having that is also a nice feature for that road debris that might come up and hit your underbelly. The one thing I would suggest, though, is get tire pressure monitoring. And if you're going to tow and you've never towed before, seriously consider a weight distribution hitch with sway control. Those two safety features will help when towing. Now you got your power as well as your cable connection here, and you got some outside storage, which is under your bottom bunk right there. I like how they finished that off. Back of your Suburban tankless water heater, don't put a camp chair there, especially when somebody's taking a shower. Rear stab jacks, 4x4 sewer hose storage with my covered spare tire on the back, and you'll also see that we are set up for not only backup camera, but also rear ladder. So if you need to get on top of that Magnum truss roof, check the seals, which I would suggest doing at least every 6 months. Just do it safely. If you don't trust it, bring it to us. We'll do it for you. But you also have the arch ceilings and the rain nozzles. That's going to help keep the elements off the top of this coach. Come around to the off-camp side. This is where you're going to see your dumps, aka your terminations, as well as your low point drains. Now remember, you got 52, 39, and 39 on your tanks. That's your fresh, your gray, and your black. You also have an outside shower and a black tank flush on this one. Very nice feature. 30 amp cords right here. City tank fill. Right there is going to be your fresh tank fill and the back of your Suburban 20K BTU heater that this beauty has. I like the G20 tint. I mean, it just looks cleaner and better than, you know, some of the other tents they have. I don't know. That's just me. I might be way off base. And this right here is your pass-through storage. So not only can you see how this is finished off, you can also get a good shot of their wood construction that they have in here. Jayco builds good coaches. I mean, I feel confident saying that. I really do. Been through their plant, seen how they make stuff, talked to a lot of the people there, know them very well. They do a really good job. I mean, there's no wonder that, you know, it's the top selling travel trailer for 20 years. But if you're a family that loves to spend time together and you've been wanting to do more adventures, or maybe you've been wanting to just connect with family who isn't in your area and you want to go see them without paying for plane tickets, train tickets, hotel rooms, you want to take the safety and security of your own home with you, this Jayco Jay Flight SLX 260BH is right in the sweet spot. Light, big enough, but small enough to stay in my state parks, and even with no slide, I thought it had pretty good space. Just not my thing. I just like RVs with doors. So that's just me. Leave me some comments down below, though, and let me know what you thought of the Jay Flight SLX 260BH. And please, while you're at it, also click like, subscribe, and notify so the next time we do it, you're the first one to get it. I'm Chris Young for Camping World. Find this beauty at rv.campingworld.com or just come on in.